Hi, good afternoon. My name is Luis Rosado, and today we're going to be discussing crisis communication case study for a case study company, Cape Am Brewing Company. Just to give a little bit about Cape Am Brewing Company, Cape Am Brewing Company is a small brewery and small seafood restaurant located in the North Shore of Boston, Massachusetts, in the small town of Gloucester in the Cape Ann region. Basically, Cape Ann focuses on delivering premium um, premium beers brewed in-house and fresh daily catch for for seafood and other services. Also, the company is very well known for being serving year-round and it's a great spot for tourist locations. Also, what is the situation that is going on right now with Cape Ann Brewing Company? Well, the major situation that is becoming a crisis is low recommendations for the brand company in social media. Mainly, the reason because of this is for lack of attendance on their social media platforms. So what it is the problem? The problem that we perceive after being in social media for K-Pan Brewing Company is improper social media engagement, consumer complaints not handled adequately and in a timely manner, minimal mitigation of crisis control, and consumers' privacy not respected. So the improper social media engagement when it comes to K-Pan Brewing Company, especially on Facebook, what we can see is that the company is not on top of of the customer conversation. Basically, when customers have complaints, the company is not doing everything to the best of their ability to mitigate these issues. Consumer complaints not handled adequately and in a timely manner. Well, as we say before, things are getting out of control in their social media platforms. People are saying negative things, and the company is doing little to nothing to mitigate these problems. Minimal mitigation of crisis control. Well, this all comes together when we discussed before. There's nothing right now that the company is doing to make this situation better, and consumers' privacy not respected. When issues arrive, we have noticed that the company is not handling things behind closed doors with customers. Basically, they are doing everything on the open to the public and is visible to everybody. So, what are the factors varying on the problem? Well, possibly improper training from staff. The staff that has access to social media are not engaging adequately with consumers on the online platforms. Improper handling of situations in online platforms in a timely manner. This goes hand in hand. We have discussed before. Not doing it on time, waiting 2 or 3 days to answer customers. No tech with dealing with consumers. There are a lot of posts online and the company just answers without being ethical or having in consideration what the customers are saying and only focusing on the positive and ignoring the negative. So the company is basically just answering and saying thank you to customers that are happy but are forgetting consumers that are not. Now, as Ogneva states in her article, how to deal with negative outline sentiment about your company. Basically, in the inconsistencies across channels and touch points. With social media, you can touch the customer at any point in the purchase cycle, not just when it comes to the post purchase and the customers are already gone and feeling upset. It's just a matter of being a little bit proactive and being out there with the consumers and knowing what's going on before customers go home and decide to put their bad sentiment on the online face. So what can be done to fix the problem? What are the factors to consider? Proper response from management. A human face to the brand, which the company does not have at the moment. Timely and private conversations, which are not happening. Viable facts to the consumer, and acknowledge and apologize. Well, the company is actually acknowledging and apologizing. They're not doing it in the right and proper way. It is a possibility that this is just a matter of training and having somebody that can be out there with the customers at all times. As Mark Collier says, um, basically, Mark Collier in his article, Social Media Crisis Management and No Nonsense Guide, he touches 3 points that are very essential. We need a quick response and a proper response. Actually, two, my apologies. So, what is the recommended solution? Well, if the company doesn't have the resources or the time to have somebody there at all times in their social media management. A recommended solution will have to have a customer experience specialist and PR advocate at all times that is in charge of their social media platforms. So why did we choose this solution? Well, we can monitor social media at all times. Um, we can properly train personnel to handle crises and issues online. We can have access to social media outlets at all times, no intermediate between customers and to intermediate between customers and management, and it gives a name and gives humanity to the brand. It puts out that face that it is extremely essential for the company that it doesn't have. Um, Basically, as Mark Collier says, we also need something that has social media mentions. Basically, that is a way to have social media monitoring at all times, and having somebody there um, targeting and mitigating these issues at all times on a constant basis will allow for the issue not to go unseen. So, what are actions required? Brand monitoring to social media channels and online mentions, as Collier status in his article, and internal PR within the company through employee engagement and education. Nothing will say more than employees that are aware of situations. The greater transparency afforded by social media use enables leaders to share ideas with team members, fellow leaders, and stakeholders, which results in more ethical leadership behaviors and better relationships with internal and external constituencies. Wisband, as cited in Yang, Lu, and Kolmenka 2017. And also the most important action required is putting a face to the brand, letting customers know that there is a human out there is a human that cares about their issues, about their concerns, and it's not just a company talking online, probably a robot or something. It's actually a human being that will listen to their concerns. Well, thank you so much. I hope you're having a wonderful rest of your day, and these are my references.